So Kanye West, he gave the people the luxury of actually doing a live listening event at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. People,
Where is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the idiots?
for those who don't know, it's in Atlanta, Georgia. So it he pretty much brought out the whole city,
Okay.
and I mean I don't even know how to even where to jump in at in terms of this conversation because it's like I could tell you piece by piece, but we would be here all day.
Let's start from the beginning. Early in the week, what happened?
Yo, listen, earlier in the week.
Yeah, go ahead. You're
So,
excited. See, look.
yo,
That's why
listen.
we're starting there.
So earlier in the week, randomly got a like you know how you'll go on Instagram or whatever, blah blah blah. So I'm like on my lunch and I get someone shoots me an email, not an email, but DMs me a post from Pusha T, Kanye West, Mercedes-Benz Stadium listening event, 8:00 p.m. Automatically, as a longtime Kanye fan, I'm questioning what, where, how, when, how much can I go. Luckily, later that day, I just happened to go on Twitter, probably that afternoon after work, and I was so amused just reading through the comments. Hey, if you want to get a ticket, they still have tickets online on Ticketmaster. So luckily, you know what I'm saying, I've been to enough live events that me and Ticketmaster have some type of relationship. So, you know, I said, yo, Spence, highly advised pod, you know, let me right through
The big cozy treatment.
exactly. The forever relaxed.
Now we're talking.
You feel me? So they let me right through. I didn't even stand in line. I didn't even stand in line for 10 seconds. They just saw, hey, let me right in. Get the ticket. Afterwards, I send it to people. I send a link. Yo, da da da. First and foremost, I told all my friends. I called my mom. Like I just won the lottery. Like yo, I just did it. What you do? I just did it. I got the ticket for Kanye. It felt like I was like, okay, this must be like the desire and the high that the stands feel for fashion when it comes to buying some exclusive Supreme or even some Yeezys that are like 1020s or what 950s, whatever Kanye's got, whatever the new number is.
So this was Tuesday, correct?
Yes.
So
Tuesday.
how long until we get to Thursday?
No, this was Monday.
Okay. Oh, okay. So we got a ways to go.
This is how the week started.
Okay, we got to get to Thursday.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying we got to get there.
so like I can just put the next 2 days in a one sentence. Every day I woke up, I thought it was time to go to the concert.
Okay.
So that's Tuesday, that's Wednesday,
And boom, we're here. All right.
Thursday.
All right, here we go.
Wake
This is what
up.
we've been waiting for.
Yeah, wake
Nah,
up.
nah.
Well, listen, don't
Hey,
worry, I
hey.
got you.
All right.
I wake up. So after, like I said, when I said on Monday, I sent it to some people I knew. Some people said they were going. Cool, link up with them. When Thursday gets here, hey, da da da, we gonna link up. Cool, bet. Time to clock out of work, clock out, get dressed. I hit the streets for the night. Got there, and the whole time you're talking about like what type of Kanye are we getting, blah blah blah. Get there. Now I'm just kind of speeding it up so we can get straight to the event. So get there. As you're walking to the stadium, you're seeing people with Yeezys on. It literally looked like it was like anybody that had any paraphernalia of Kanye West wore it. Whether it was a bootleg T-shirt, whether it was an authentic thing, there were people selling Yeezys in the parking lot. This is how crazy it was. Get through the gates in the stadium. Of course, Kanye has merch like anybody else. Been to concerts before. You might have a little line, nothing crazy. There's a line wrapped around like a zigzag, like a snake, just to get the merch. Merch is like $120 a T-shirt for a $5. $120 a T-shirt. I mean, some people were saying it probably was Gildan quality. Not me, but other people were saying that in the line. but everybody was still buying the shirt.
Shouts out to Gildan.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Gildan, man.
Shout outs to Gildan. Shout outs to the people that stood in the line. Shout outs to the people that pressed up the shirts. Because when I actually was dumb enough to buy the shirt,
Okay.
because why not live in the moment?
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. You could feel how warm the shirt was.
Nice.
They're literally printing these shirts up like this, like pancakes. Like, yo, they're moving them in and out, in and out. So people hype, you get your shirt, whatever. Finally get upstairs to the stadium to get to my seats. End up waiting like 2 hours. And in that whole time, people are talking about what's he gonna say, what's he gonna do, what type of Kanye are we getting. The whole fanboy thing, people praising, people wearing Yeezys, people wearing the Kanye mask, old Kanye, vintage Kanye, new Kanye. You saw almost every variable of Kanye in all of his phases of his career present through a fan's perspective, right? Then eventually Kanye comes on stage. There's no music or nothing that plays prior to him getting there. He gets on stage, to let the audience know who have not seen it. It was the Atlanta Falcons football field covered in a white tarp. And everybody was it was like a coliseum kind of looking down at him in this fog machine and these bright lights on the top of the ceiling, right, of the stadium. He walks out, you hear the music, it's just blaring. The crowd goes nuts. The energy is like so high in the room. Nobody can even see Kanye at this point. But all you can hear is the music and you know, hey, we've waited here for 2 hours. There's no possible way anybody else could be here but Kanye West. We've seen Rick Ross talk about on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter that he was going to ride a horseback because he lives in Atlanta. We saw the tweets that Jay-Z had just sent in a verse. We were also speculating at this point when the music had came on that, Kanye is waiting because he's mixing it to add 2 Chainz verse to it. So there's all this fanfare already, this anxiousness. He comes out and you just see, it's like, yo, I can't see him. There's so much fog. Slowly walks out into the middle, and he's just all red. You don't know who he is. You're like, I think this is Kanye, but you're in a stadium. You're seeing one person in a red suit in an all-white field. You can't see. No matter how close you are, you can't see the facial features of someone at the 50-yard line. End all, be all. He just stands there. People are crying, people are yelling, people are cheering. And I mean, I don't.
Did you cry?
No.
You didn't shed a single tear?
No, I didn't shed a tear at all. Okay. I was like, I didn't know how to feel. Because it's this new. It's like anything else, right? As a longtime fan of Kanye West, I've been a fan of Kanye West. I was a fan of bigger artists than Kanye West before Kanye West even had his first album. I was a fan of Kanye West when he was just producing. He was a producer. So to go from that to finally seeing this guy almost 20 years later since his initial introduction into the game, right? It's like, wow. And this time, you're seeing a different phase. You don't know what to expect. This is already off the heels that Kim Kardashian, him and Kim have split, but Kim is allegedly here. So it's like, it was crazy. And then he kind of just performs the album. It's just wow. Like, he's performing the album, but you can barely hear the music because it's blaring through the stadium. But you could see the energy of, like, in certain songs, because it starts off very gospel-y, blah, blah, blah. And then you can kind of hear, like, okay, that sounds like Travis Scott. That sounds like Dirk. Then eventually I hear Jay-Z, which makes me go even like, wow, even crazier. But the wild part was realizing he was sampling his mother throughout the album, right? So it was like, you can tell he must have been sitting on this for so long that this was like the dream project, and he just never knew how to bring it to fruition. Like, it was just crazy. Like, I mean, he did eventually, because I feel like I've been talking about this for a minute now, but, like, eventually he did get to like the other side of the arena where I was at. And so pretty much I may have been like, at one point I may have been less than like 20 yards from Kanye West, which is
Nice.
pretty close. So, cause I had a pretty close seat, but bro, it was crazy. And then just to jump to like, he performed all of it. He never said one word. He just walked around the whole time. People were so curious and wondering what that even meant. What was he doing? He starts showing stuff on the floor, which is the stage, and then eventually the show ends. By this time, it's like a little after. It's before 10:30, so people are like, "Yo, I'm gonna just wait here for 20 minutes because I know he couldn't have just given us a 40-minute show and just left." So people waited for like 20 additional minutes. And that shirt I was telling you guys about, that was $120. I was seeing people just walking up to people like, yo, how much you want for your shirt? I saw people were selling the shirt itself for $200.
No, the nigga, he's creating economy.
Yeah.
The Kanye effect.
Yeah. So